Hey everybody, welcome back to the second video of the blogging breakthrough. Welcome back to Triple B. It's Tom here. I got Darren with me again, and we're going to be talking about market discovery and actually how to dig into the markets that you're going to be going into. To recap from the last video here, most people get market discovery extremely backwards, especially considering the system that we're going to be teaching you here. And the basis of the strategy that we're going to be teaching through this coaching is that you want to start with people. You don't want to start with keywords. You're not going to be searching for keywords. You're not going to be trying to find markets, based off of keywords in Market Samurai, basically, because you're going to base your business off of content that people want to share. So you're going to create your content, and you're going to create your website, and you're going to do all your marketing based around people in creating content that people want to share. And don't focus on the keywords. Don't focus on the little technical aspects. Instead, focus on the actual people that are going to be visiting your website and consuming and sharing your content.
So let's talk about where the big three markets are, right? So these are where most people are hanging out. They're in, number one is the health and fitness. Next one's dating and relationships. And then third is business and money. So health and fitness, huge niche, right? It encompasses, well, everything in health and fitness. So anything from weight loss to, heart attack prevention to how to run faster, how to jump higher. Racquetball, yeah, I've heard that's a good niche to be in. That's in the health and fitness space, right? So very all-encompassing. Dating and relationships, this goes back to the dating side, how to get a date if you're a neckbeard programmer in the basement of your mom's, house, to relationships, which could be also, and this may overlap with the next one, but how to sell more, how to network better, how to, just win friends and influence people, right? That could be in the relationship space. The business space could be how to start a business, how to make money online, how to, create a blog that fits with your passion and lets you go and do the things that you love to do every day and make money with it, a la this course. So that's what those big three are. I want to share just kind of a concept of how to think about these markets, right? So those three were the mass markets. They are the big boys. And as we go from left to right, we start at the mass market, we go into more of a general market, which is more of a topic based. Then we go into niches, and then we go into micro niches. So in an example of health and fitness, you can go from health and fitness as the mass market to weight loss as the general market. So we're going to talk about that kind of corner of that market. And then we're going to talk about weight loss for men, because weight loss for men is totally different from weight loss for women. It may or may not be, but perception wise, I would rather, eat chicken wings and pizza all day and not have to have some fufu salad to lose weight. So in my mind, it's different. And then we get to this micro niche, which could be weight loss for diabetic men over 50. So as you get older, the risk of diabetes increases, and it gets harder to lose weight. So those are a couple, topics that are very relevant to that. If you wouldn't look at a micro niche in this sense of weight loss for left-handed men with, slightly gray hair. That doesn't make sense because it has no bearing back to the market, the general or the mass market in that case. So weight loss for diabetic men over 50 makes sense. And if you happen to be a diabetic man that was over 50 and you lost weight, you may be passionate about it. You may be telling everybody how you did it, why you did it this way, and that would be a perfect passion niche for you. In Tom's sense, you can talk about racquetball here, right?
Yeah. So I mean, like what I'm doing here, I talk about racquetball, which would either be a general market or a niche market, however you want to take it. But the content that I talk about and that I curate is more for the higher level player. It's more for advanced racquetball players. And so the strategies and concepts is really unisex. I mean, it doesn't cater, towards men or women more than the other necessarily because it's all strategy based, but I definitely cater to a specific level of play. I don't talk about like, hey, I don't talk about the basics of racquetball. I don't talk about like, not on, I don't think you can even find on my website the definitions of like what a serve is or what a splat shot is or what a pin shot is. It's all like the mechanics, assuming that you already have a base understanding and, assuming that you're already, at a level of play that you would benefit from that content. So, mine is, it's obviously a little more loose in terms of definition, but it's more for advanced players. So advanced racquetball players would definitely fit into, I think it would be a micro niche compared to the bigger market. I don't know if the bigger market would be health and fitness or if it would be sports or, how are recreational sports, however you would group that down. It's actually cardio. So it's, whatever the mass market would be, competitive racquetball strategies for open level players is definitely a sub niche of that market. So that's just specifically what I'm doing with racquetball. But, again, I'm not talking about, strategies for left-handed, racquetball players ages 25 to 32. I'm just talking about racquetball strategies for advanced racquetball players. So that's what I'm doing. But, this is, you can use this kind of process here for, filtering through different niches and micro niches associated with the mass market that you are particularly interested in. So it's a really good way to, focus in on topics or niche markets that, that you could feasibly go into.
Yeah, and let's cover that for a second, right? Because racquetball does fit into a recreation sport, but it is also a heck of a cardio workout. So it crosses over multiple, categories or boundaries or lanes or whatever terminology you want to use. Don't get hung up on that, right? And don't get hung up on this example thinking that you have to get it so micro niche like this. I don't want you talking about health and fitness because there's probably some specific form of health and fitness that you're talking about. But if you're a diabetic man over 50 and you lost weight, but you never talk about being diabetic or being over 50, you just talk about weight loss and different ways to do that, then stick to that. You don't have to go down to this super deep micro niche level if it doesn't serve you. If you're not talking about it, but it just happens to be true, omit it. It's not going to matter. We just want you to be a little more focused than super broad, right? Leave WebMD to the health and fitness side of the mass market. That's where they appeal because they've got millions of pages, and then you focus in on your category within that slice of that bigger pie.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go look at where can we go find some of these conversations. Where are people hanging out? Where are they talking about your topic? And so there's a site called, I think it's pronounced Omgili, OMGILI.com, and they have a subdomain on there, google.omgili.com. But it allows you to actually search news groups and discussions and even see real-time information. Pretty cool site. We'll show you a little bit of that in a second here. Twitter, of course, is the real-time search engine of that is easily searchable, and you can go and find hashtags. And what I always have my virtual assistants do is create hashtag spreadsheets. So they'll go and look in that market and see what hashtags are being talked about. Some of them will be relative to an event that's going on in that marketplace. Sometimes it's, somebody said, I just had a great racquetball game with my buddy, and then hashtag OMG, I'm wiped out or something like that. Well, that's not really a hashtag that we need to track. I mean, but if it was like racquetball tournament, Chicago racquetball tournament 2013, that might be a hashtag we'd want to focus in on, right? So use your brain on that. Quora, Yahoo Answers, Ask.com, all great places, and forums. And I think on the next slide we'll actually cover some of that here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So racquetball forum, right? So meetandplay.com apparently has a forum that's talking about racquetball and indoor racquetball, 40 by 20. I have to think that's got to be a reference to the size of the court or something.
It is
But
40 feet by 20 feet.
yeah, so there's these forums that there's people out there, and you can go be part of the conversation, see what they're having, see what they're talking about.
And so to find these, by the way, all you have to do is like this is a Google search of racquetball forum. Literally, all you have to do is replace racquetball with whatever your niche is. So it's that easy. So racquetball forum, racquetball forums, which will probably return the same things. But yeah, just replace racquetball with whatever your niche keyword is, and you will find forums, that are based around your niche. Like I before this, I did not know that there were racquetball forums out there. I usually stick to the Facebook groups and the conversations that are local to me here. But knowing that there are racquetball forums, it would be very easy for me to go in there and socialize with the people, or post threads, or respond to questions, or just get active in the conversation, because again, it's my passion. So I'm essentially going into a place, a forum of people that also play racquetball, that share my passion. So that really wouldn't be work for me, and that's the concept of this here. So but yeah, so that's forum searches. To continue,
so you'll see here now we've just clicked on the blogs button. So what you may have to do is click on the search tools or the more button to expand it, and then click on blogs, and then type in the keyword racquetball, weight loss, diabetic weight loss, whatever your topic is about, right? Bowling, model trains, it doesn't really matter. And from here, now you're getting blogs that are about racquetball. So BYU racquetball, so it's probably some university, their racquetball team or something like that. And then the racquetballblog.blogspot.com. So clearly that's about racquetball warehouse. So that's probably the blog of a e-commerce store. So you'll find more information. Go, put that into a spreadsheet. Keep track of what you're finding, what looks good. That ties into what you're searching for. What do we have next here?
Gilly.
So Gilly, right? So this is on the google.umgilly.com, and we just typed in racquetball, and you've got a lot of options across the top here. So you've got web and blog and news groups. A lot of it's pulling from Google. You got real-time search, you got Q&A, you got buzz stuff. So again, just use this. It's a tool. See what sites are out there. What do you not know about already that you can go and look at afterwards and join in on the conversation, or observe the conversation and see what's going on in that market. Twitter, so you can go and search for keywords, hashtags, whatever you want. This one will be a little bit more hit or miss, because what you'll see here is this top one is it appears to be some kind of professional racquetball player, but then this first one down here for Tanner Patrick, that he got nailed by a racquetball or a racquetball racket and almost passed out from the pain. Well, that doesn't really help you in any way other than laughing along with it, right? So you'll have to do a little more digging through that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a couple other places, Google Contextual Targeting Tool. This is in the AdWords stuff. So you'll find related terms. They used to have it used to be called the Wonder Wheel, and I liked the way it presented back then, but now you'll find words that are related to it. So the way that Google thinks about it. So racquetball and racquetball court and racket and 40 by 20, those could all be related words. They're contextual to that. And so you'll start to find some other keywords that you can use to go discover more places that people are hanging out. Again, blogsearch.google.com, another great location. Board Tracker is really cool because it finds all these forums out there that.
We could have been scrolling through these too.
Yeah, so here you go. So there's racquetball, right? So racquetball warehouse, racquetball racket, racquetball strategy, gloves. It's obviously clearly in the same context as racquetball. And then you go all the way to the bottom, Wilson racquetball rackets, Wilson K Blade 98. It's probably some model of Wilson, whatever, right? So you'll find some other keywords, and that can also lead you to getting alerts for in a future module here. So on our next slide, board tracker, and this will let you go and actually search for forums that are being tracked inside of their service.
So that's pretty much it for this video. So these, again, these are just different places to find out where the conversations are happening. And we've shown you how to find forums, blogs, different websites, how to find different keywords for finding, just locating the conversations, either whether they're on social networking sites like Twitter, or whether they're actually on forums, which are communities of people talking about your niche topics. So that's pretty much it. Like, run through. We're going to have the links to all these, in a box below this video here for you to check out in the easier way. But just replace, like, with all these examples here, we just used racquetball for these examples because it's, the niche that I'm involved in currently. But just replace that with your general niche keyword. All right, and so you can run through these yourself to find out, again, where the conversations are happening. And I would recommend keeping track of all this in a spreadsheet. You want to notate the information here, so you can go back to it. And we're going to talk about that in a later module too. But so you just want to find out where the conversations are happening. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to validate the market and actually determine through a series of checks, basically, whether or not it's actually worth going into. So it's going to be some pretty cool stuff, but make sure that you follow through this video and actually go to these websites and do the work yourself here, because you need to know where the conversations are taking place and if there are even conversations out there that are taking place. So very, very important, though. And again, all the resources that you'll need here are going to be right below this video. So definitely put in the 5 or 10 minutes, or hell, even a half an hour to an hour, and just browse around and look for the different places online where the people in your niche market are congregating and where and what they're talking about. So write all that down. After too,
even if you don't go into that niche, right? It's already something you're interested in, so you'll probably find some cool stuff that you'll want to, keep, in touch with more, just because you're already interested in it. So it's not a bad exercise just to do to uncover new cool stuff that you already like. So look at it that way, right? The plus side, the upside is it can turn into content that you can use and monetize down the road. At worst, you're going to discover a couple places where some cool people that you're already into the same thing are hanging out, and you can go hang out with them too. How great is that?
Yeah, it's a win-win situation. And in the next video here, we're going to show you how to actually validate the market using surprisingly easy steps. So after you finish this, just jump right ahead into the next video, and we'll see you there.